This is part 2 of my ultimate guide to K-pop YouTube success series, which will cover everything you need to know about copyright. Part 1 covered what makes a video good, finding inspiration, and editing. Part 3 will cover growing from 0 subscribers, hacking the algorithm, monetization, and finding a balance with YouTube and real life. Copyright gets its own video because this is the part that I got the absolute most questions about, and to give you guys the best advice here, I did the most research for this section. I also drew on my own experiences with it, so take from that what you will. As with the other parts, I highly recommend you use the timestamps in the description to skip to the sections you most want to hear about. Let's get into it. Most of what I have seen said about copyright from this community is just plain wrong, so I want to clear some things up for you guys. Copyright is a legal term that refers to who owns a piece of content. When someone, be it a person or a company, holds the copyright to a piece of content, that means that they are in control of who gets to publish it and earn money from it. This is meant to prevent people from profiting off of things they did not make. Now YouTube itself is technically one giant violation of copyright, because they do not have a way to control what you post, and you could repost content that you do not hold the copyright to. In order to allow their platform to exist, YouTube has made a deal with the companies and people who own lots of copyrights. This deal says that YouTube will give the control of videos containing copyrighted content over to the copyright owners, and in return, the copyright owners allow YouTube to exist in the first place. The system that enforces this is called contented. Copyright owners are happy to work with the system because it allows them to earn money from people using their content, and that's the whole point of a copyright in the first place. This is why videos which have been copyrighted, meaning that YouTube has detected content not belonging to the poster of the video in the video, can still remain up, with ads running on them. The money made from these ads does not go to the poster of the video, but to the copyright owner or owners. The copyright owner can also choose to block the video entirely, which is what some music shows will do to you, so be very careful about that. In the absolute worst cases, where you just straight up repost an entire video, for example, you will be issued a copyright strike. For this to happen, the copyright holder had to go to great lengths to claim your video. They had to file a direct request with YouTube about your video specifically. If you get 3 strikes within 90 days, your channel will be deleted without warning. However, copyright strikes are not really something K-pop YouTubers need to worry about because K-pop companies do not have the time to be individually requesting to strike every video that uses their content. Plus, they like getting money from your videos via Content ID. Something that many people say should protect them from getting copyrighted by YouTube is fair use. A lot of YouTubers have a copyright disclaimer in the description or beginning of their videos that cites a United States law, the Copyright Act of 1976. To be exact, you can pause the video to read the whole thing, but the general gist of this disclaimer is that the way in which normally copyrighted content is used can protect the person using the content from breaking the law. If this protection is applicable, then the use of normally copyrighted content is called fair use. What constitutes fair use? Well, this is a very gray area, but most people agree that in order to say that your video is fair use, you must be adding something or to or transforming the otherwise copyrighted content. Examples of fair use would be parody videos or movie reviews where clips of the movie are needed to illustrate the points. A K-pop YouTube example would be the YouTuber Angelina, who when talking about what she liked or disliked about a music video, will insert that specific moment from the music video into her video. When not talking about specific examples, she sticks to using a face cam, which is her original content. Things that do not fall under fair use, and therefore will be copyrighted, include compilation videos, reaction videos that do not add significant commentary, and what I cannot emphasize enough, using someone's copyrighted content as background footage. These examples do not add anything to the copyrighted content, and the copyright owners are fully in the right to claim your video for these. I fully support copyright owners claiming this type of content. Please stop putting that disclaimer in your descriptions when your videos do not fall under the definition of fair use in any way. shape, or form. Anyone who knows anything about copyright could take one glance at the majority of K-pop YouTube videos and come to the correct conclusion that none of it is fair use. K-pop YouTube is by definition entirely violating fair use because all of it is about stuff that other people, namely K-pop companies, own the copyright to. Additionally, that disclaimer is based on a United States law, and I don't know how that's supposed to help you when the copyrights to the content you are stealing are held by Korean companies and are registered with the Korean government. The disclaimer is a waste of space. There is so much content posted to YouTube every second that there is no way for copyright owners to go through every video, looking for instances in which fair use was violated. So as it is with every enormous online task, there are computer programs that do it instead. No one knows how they work, or what they will or won't detect, but we can make some assumptions based on what we observe gets taken down and stays up. This is another reason why the disclaimer doesn't help. There is no human checking your video that would see the disclaimer in the first place. The computer program doesn't care about what's in your description. Sometimes, especially when videos get lots of views, owners of copyrighted content will go in and manually file a copyright claim on the video, even if the claim hadn't been detected by the computer program. But this is rare because K-pop YouTube videos never get lots of views. To start, there are two, and if we go into more detail, three types of copyright claims that will be made on your videos: audio claims, visual claims, and what I like to call personal claims. There are different requirements for each. Audio claims are from songs. So if you use songs that you did not write, which is every K-pop song ever, the system will detect them and issue a copyright claim. The system for detecting music is very strict and will detect pretty much any song that you use over about 7 seconds of. For some songs, it can be even less, with Japanese releases in particular having a limit of about 4 seconds in my experience. In the details of your copyright claim, it will say a time span of 10 seconds or more which contain the copyrighted content. That is not accurate, and using amounts of songs that are less than 10 seconds will still get you claimed. Visual claims are from video content, but this is not the same thing as getting a claim from a YouTube channel, which I will discuss in a moment. Something you may not know is that most of the video content that comes out of K-pop companies, be it music videos, behind the scenes footage, and vlogs, is registered with Korean and sometimes international media services. If you pay close attention to the start of every music video, you will see small logos of Korean media networks, MTV, Net, etc. with a date following the logo. These companies must approve the music video or content to be broadcasted on TV, which is part of a process by which these videos get officially registered. The date next to the logo is the date the video got approved. By registering official video content with services unrelated to YouTube, K-pop companies establish their ownership of the content, which makes it easier for them to copyright claim you when it does come to YouTube. They are registering it in the same way that the creator of a TV show or movie would register it, which is why you can get claimed for having clips of a TV show or movie in your video even though they have never been posted on YouTube before. Have you ever seen the usual copyright claim box under videos have the title of the song in white instead of blue, meaning it's not a link? That means that the video has been claimed for visual content related to that song, such as the music video, and not the song itself. Avoiding official visual copyright claims is pretty much the same as avoiding audio claims, because the official organizations doing the claiming are the same as well. To prevent visual claims, I stick to less than 10 seconds of any official content at one time. Good examples of me doing this are my Not Shy review and my Lovesick Girls review. The Lovesick Girls one did actually get visually claimed, but a whole week after I posted it, meaning that YouTube's programs hadn't detected it. Someone from YG found it and decided to claim it. Now we come to what I'm going to call personal claims, and what you choose to do with these is entirely based on how moral you are. So if you didn't know, when you get over 1,000 subscribers, YouTube gives you access to a copyright feature which is like YouTube's inner system of copyright detection. Separate from the government one that audio and visual claims use. This copyright feature tells a YouTuber if any of their content has been spotted in someone else's video, but leaves it up to the YouTuber to choose to take down the stolen content or not. For example, I got this claim for a video of mine being found in someone else's, and I was given the option to remove the person's video. Now, I didn't choose to remove their video because I'm nice, but you can imagine that other people would choose to remove the video. So when you put someone's FAQs or stage mix as background footage in your video, you bet that they're getting a notification from this copyright tool that their video has been stolen. They absolutely know that you are taking these without giving credit and without asking for permission either. The only reason why every K-pop YouTube video ever hasn't been taken down by FAQs and stage mix creators is because these people, out of the kindness of their hearts, are letting your videos stay up. This is why it's important to give credit where credit is due, because these people could take your videos down whenever they want. Be nice to them. Don't use entire minutes of their content. Now I want to make it clear that everything I am talking about refers to how to avoid copyright detection. This is telling you how to prevent YouTube's detection programs from identifying the copyrighted material in your video. However, just because you avoid detection does not mean that you are violating copyright any less. Using 3 seconds of a music video as background footage violates copyright law just as much as using a minute of a music video. It's just that YouTube can't tell that you have used 3 seconds. If the owner of that music video decided to manually go in and claim your video, they are entirely in the right to do so. I maintain that copyright rules are a good idea, because I felt pretty angry when my video was taken without my permission, and I think that copyright holders should be afforded the same rights to ownership over their content. Just because it's a big faceless company copyright claiming you does not mean it's less valid. They're not about to just let you steal their content like you want them to. There is nothing you can do to dispute any of the aforementioned types of claims unless you want to go to court. Because 99% of the time with these K-pop videos, the copyright claim is totally illegitimate. All you can do is create content that avoids being detected by Content ID in the first place. That's all for part 2. Part 3 will cover growing from 0 subscribers, hacking the algorithm, monetization, and finding a balance with YouTube and real life. And if you haven't watched part 1 yet, go do that too. See you in part 3.